Hello everyone, Clint here. Hope everybody's doing great today. My Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, long name, has finally come in today, and I wanted to do a quick unboxing, first look, and do some comparisons to the Galaxy Watch 4, maybe some other watches I have laying around the office here. First thing is the box. I was a little panicked there for a second because it says Galaxy Watch and Galaxy Watch on the side. Nothing about a 5 or a Pro, so you have to go to the sticker for that. So they must be just reusing these boxes all the time. Even though my last one did say specifically Classic or something on it. Anyways, what I got was the Galaxy Watch Pro, Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. I think it's interesting they don't put a space there. And this is just a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and GPS version. As we all have probably heard, it's basically supposedly a pumped up version of the regular Galaxy Watch 5. Not much difference between the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, if you ask me. It's got the same processor, same RAM, probably has the same screen. I doubt if there's going to be too much different. I don't blame Samsung too much for that. So I got the one, wow, look at that. I can already tell that is definitely different. Holy cow. And I got it with this cool D-Buckle Sport brand. And I love bands. As you guys know, I have lots of videos on bands that go with these watches, and I can't wait to get some more bands for this gray version, since my current Galaxy Watch 4 Classic is the black version. But I got it with the regular gray D-Buckle Sport brand. I'm looking forward to see what that looks like. Let's go ahead and finish what we got in here. Standard box. Now, of course, this should have the fancy new high-speed charger, which I'm looking forward to greatly. If you check out some of my charging tests for the Galaxy Watch 4, that was one thing that was a bummer, is how long it takes to charge. But this one, oh wow, this is metal. So this is now metal and not plastic. I like that. And of course, now we have a USB-C port plug-in for the cable instead of a USB-A. Otherwise, it looks the same. Definitely metal. All right, let's see here. First off, let's pull this guy out here. Oh wow, geez, that's big. Okay. Yeah, that is definitely a little bit bigger than the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, that's for sure. I can definitely, it's not heavy per se, but you can feel that thickness. Now, this guy here is made out of titanium, so this is a gray titanium. Don't let that fool you. It kind of looks aluminum-ish, but it's not. It's definitely titanium, and I can tell by looking at it here in person, it is not the same look as the aluminum on the Watch 4. It has a pretty thick case here, plus a good, I'm guessing just regular old plastic bulbous bottom there. And that little screen there is inset, but you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was. When I was looking at pictures and before it even arrived, that looked like that was going to be a lot deeper, and it's actually not that deep. It's not that deep, but yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Anyways, straight on, it is a very modern looking watch. I kind of like it. It looks good. And let's see, we got just your basic 2 buttons on the side. This one is covered in red, just like it did on the Galaxy Watch 4. We got a mic hole there, probably a speaker somewhere right around here. Looks like right there on that side is the speaker, and same 20. I got a little thing here too. I can't remember what that is exactly. That might be the speaker too. I can't remember. I just remember the Watch 4 has the same thing. You have to be careful when you get bands to make sure it didn't cover that up. And let's see here. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. Of course, we got this fancy new temperature sensor there. This looks pretty close to the same as before, but it is supposed to be slightly different to make it more accurate. I'm looking forward to doing the fitness test with this watch here. So let's pull off my Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. Do a quick side by side, and we can see the difference. It's been a great watch for me. The only thing I didn't like about it is at the beginning, this sensor was way off. A lot of you remember they did improve it a great deal since then. And then of course that battery life is not super great. So let's start with the front here. So that's what they look like side by side. Let's get them to go in the right same direction. Side by side right there. And then let's take a look at this side, and you can see this is definitely thicker. They kind of mask it by making this black, but the buttons are, looks like, in the exact same configuration, distance apart. Now of course the Classic had this little bump in between here, and this one does not have that at all. So let's flip on the other side, and visually the sensor looks the same, but I can tell that this is definitely protruding more. As you can tell, this is flatter and this protrudes more. This is supposed to give you better contact against your skin, which is probably accurate. I'm thinking that's probably true compared to this flat one. But other than that, the sensors look the same on this side here. Looks like pretty much the same there. Speaker hole is slightly different on the 5 Pro, but design is the same. This flange feels like it's the same type of angle. Otherwise, it looks pretty close to the same there. And remember, this is the same, unfortunately, kind of sad, same 20mm watch band size compared to the good old Galaxy Watch 3, which had the 22mm, which I still prefer because I like that fat band. Let's do a quick comparison against the regular Galaxy Watch 4. I did not get the Galaxy Watch 5 because it really is exactly the same as the Galaxy Watch 4, and there's a huge difference there. Wow, this is a lot thinner. That's quite a bit thicker. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. I'm just taking my heart rate here for some reason. Anyways, it's pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, I definitely... We'll do a quick, let's see here. I got another watch around here. Now, this watch here is $449, $499 if you get the LTE version. Remember, this is now sapphire, which I'm telling you is fantastic, and I'll explain to you why, how I know that. And now a titanium, which is definitely a higher quality, stronger material than the aluminum version. But another watch that has basically the exact same stuff is the Garmin Epix 2 I have here. Now this guy here is also titanium, and it has sapphire glass. Let's do a quick comparison here. I still think this is one of the coolest looking watches. I do like meaty, tough looking watches. So this looks like a tough watch, and this looks like a more elegant watch. Definitely tell this is a sports watch. Those big screws and the lugs and stuff like that. It has a big 22mm band. But you flip this over to the side, and as you can tell here, it starts to get about as thick as one of these Garmin's, and that's pretty thick. I ain't gonna lie. Most people wouldn't like something that thick. It does not bother me in the least little bit. I like them thick and chunky, so this should work out pretty good for me. And then here's the back, same thing. The Garmin watch is a little bit bigger, I think, in roundness. I think it's a 47mm case, and this is just a 45mm case, but I really wanted to just show the thickness of that because Garmin's known for having big, thick watches. And this one here is also titanium and sapphire, but it's only the titanium on the back and this tiny little ring here on the front, and then the sapphire glass. And this one here is $1,000. So $450, $1,000. Yeah, not too bad, I guess, now that when you compare it like that. But review coming up on this Epix 2, great sports watch. Can't wait to see that. Now let's put it next to the Apple Watch Series 7. This is the stainless steel version. Kind of hard to tell the difference between the two of them, just because this is a 44mm case, but it's square and not round, obviously. And so they kind of don't compare the same. Not really. This feels a lot smaller, I can tell you that right now. The Apple Watch does. Then you put them on the side, and the Apple Watch, it's not as thin as you think it is, but it's definitely thinner than this particular watch, but not too bad though. I'm really looking forward to getting this on the wrist and see what it feels like. Anyway, just a couple comparisons, some other watches. I'm going to go ahead and get the band put on here and connected to my phone so we can see that screen. We'll do a little quick screen comparison and then we'll do a fit and see what it looks like on the hand. So okay, I got it all locked in. I got it connected to my brand new Z Fold 4. I wish I would have had the camera on because it was pretty cool. As soon as I turned this on, a little notification popped in on my Z Fold 4 and gave me the connector button, and I just connected it and we were good to go. And now it is backing up from my phone, from my Galaxy Watch 4 Classic backup that I just recently did. But first off, let's take a look at this. Bravo Samsung. This band is one of the coolest things that I have. I mean, it's one of the coolest bands I ever used. It is, and let me take it off really quick. It's a little bit interesting to get on, but I put it on basically like I do my link bands, where you go straight in from the bottom instead of trying to put it on the side. But see how this thing is bent? I mean, it came out with the box bent like that. I've complained in the past from the Samsung watch bands that come with these watches that they're kind of like, they stick out like that, and so they have this weird bulbous. This one is already bent already, and it makes it super, super comfortable. This latching mechanism, you just kind of put that in through there, and then there you go. That's it. Fantastic design. It is super comfortable. I can tell already it is going to be super comfortable. This is a $70 watch band, which is crazy to me. I'm not a real big fan of expensive watch bands. It is an excellent silicone, but I will be looking forward to the third-party market that comes out with this type of clasp and this kind of band. Really looking forward to that, so we can have some bands on here. But this is the screen it booted up to, was this watch face. That is a super cool watch face. I really like it. I'm not sure what kind of customizations we can do on there. But it looks like we can do quite a few. We've got the indexes, do the things. Yeah, color. Well, there's gonna be a lot of colors in there. Oh, wow, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the stock version for it right now because obviously that color palette mixes in really well with this gray and this band, which I like to do, but fear not, I will be changing that watch face out a lot. Let's do a quick comparison of the screen. I am going to see, I already put, that was the only watch one that popped up in there in the favorites, and I'm going to go ahead and put this one on because that's the one I have currently on my Classic. And let's see what we got on brightness. We should be pretty close to the same. I don't know, this one's cranked up for some reason. Okay, there we go, and there we go. Screens pretty much the same here. For some reason I'm not getting it hasn't got the full backup yet, so I'm not getting all the cool colors. But here outside the camera, they look pretty much identical to me, and I bet a month's pay on that this is the exact same screen as that's on this one here. They probably didn't do, now I hold this one. This one is significantly heavy. That stainless steel is definitely heavier than the titanium here, even though this has that monster 570 milliamp battery or something like that. It's pretty crazy. But here it is on the wrist. As you can tell from the side here, that kind of bump and everything just kind of goes away. Look at that. And it's not bad at all. That is, I'm thinking that's like from the side there, whatever they did there makes it look pretty good. I don't think it's bad at all. I kind of get it from there, from the front. Yeah, I mean, this has already grown on me, and I've only had it on for about 5 minutes now. I think it's going to be good. So another thing we got to check here real quick is the digital bezel. We have lost that wonderful mechanical bezel here. We're going to go just basically like the Watch 4 with this digital crown or whatever. I like these. I know some people just say, why even have that when you can just swipe? I like the either scrolly crown here or some kind of crown because I like my big fat finger out of the way when I'm scrolling. If I'm reading something long and I just, anytime I put your finger in there, the less I can put my finger in there, the easier it is for me to read it, I think. But let's see if we go side here. So far it's working pretty good. And one thing I learned from the regular Galaxy Watch 4 is you have to treat it like a mechanical one. So you got to go just a little bit at a time if you want to go just one thing at a time. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it down pretty well, it works good. Because if you go too fast, you can see it just flies right through them. And you feel like you want to, but really don't do that. Just go a little bit at a time, like if you're clicking the mechanical bezel, and it will work perfectly fine. Now, let's go ahead and take a look and see what, let's see, it's coming back down here to About Watch. And let's see, here gives you a model number, serial number, status. Let's take a look at the software info. Yep, and just as I thought, it does have One UI 4.5, which is out in beta for the Galaxy Watch 4, not quite there yet. And we are using Wear OS version 3.5. Fantastic. Looks good. Anyways, guys, I'm pretty excited about this watch. I can't wait to do some testing. Look forward to some serious real life battery testing, and some charging testing and fitness testing, and I'll be checking out some apps on here. Really looking forward to it, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see some of that stuff. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.